Hi, my name is Melissa with him. I've been training circus arts for 3 years and I'm based out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. So my journey began back in July of 2017 in Grand Rapids, but I went through all the different levels that they offer at the studios there, and I decided I specifically wanted to push myself more, so I had to seek out some additional training on my own. Circus in Grand Rapids and the Southwest Michigan area in general is still fairly new, so there aren't a whole lot of people who specialize, and I was looking for lyra instructors specifically. I do silks and lyra, but I gravitate more towards lyra in general. So I ended up at FlyFit, which is the local studio in Kalamazoo, working with a girl on double point lyras who specializes in lyra, and she decided recently that she was going to move back home to Tennessee, so I don't really have access to her anymore. And I ended up at the Detroit Fly House, which is about 2.5 hours away from my home, which is a long drive, but when you're dedicated, that's what you got to do, right? So I ended up over there, and the people over at the Fly House have single point lyras, so I kind of have a knowledge of double and single point in my favor, which is awesome. But I'm at the point now, because of COVID restrictions, that I can't exactly train anything beyond what I know. I feel like I've kind of hit the limit of what I know specifically, and I just want to train more effectively and transition my moves together and just be an overall more expressive artist. Specifically, the moves that I've been focusing and working on in the last 6 to 9 months are static hangs and dynamic drops and rolls, and specifically how to throw those into choreography. I have my meat hooks, my double toe hang, single elbow, single knee, ankle hangs, all those things, and I also am feeling pretty comfortable in general with some of the drops, and I'm at the point where I want to start putting them into routines and making a routine more dynamic in general and come to life. So that's kind of my goal at the moment. I would eventually like to apply for Pro Track. I'm thinking for 2021 or 2022, just depending on flexibility and where you guys think I'm at. Flexibility is my biggest weakness at the moment, specifically back and shoulders, but I am part of Jen Crane Circ Physio's My Flex program, and I work on my back and shoulder flexibility 3 to 4 times a week, so I feel like with consistent practice and effort, it will improve and get better. So that's kind of my story a little bit. I do have some rigging knowledge. I specifically went to a workshop by Brett Copes in Ferndale, which is over by Detroit, and I sat for 6 to 8 hours at one of his workshops and got certified by him in my knowledge of rigging, and I took a lot of videos, so I know a lot about the knots and all the things that he taught us, and I saved them for further reference so I can go back and look at them if I need to. I also have a book by Simply Circus. It's the Intro to Rigging book, and I use this whenever I just want to know something random or have a random question. I also have some knowledge based on the teacher trainings I have attended. I was with you guys in February for the Intro to Aerial Foundation level and in general, and then also the Lyra Foundation level 1, and after that, a couple weeks later, I ended up going to Aerial Physique for their level 1 silk certification program, and they talked about rigging extensively there too. So between all of that, I feel like I have the ability to rig safely and effectively, and I feel like I can do everything that I know as an artist, and my knowledge is constantly growing, but I feel secure in what I am doing. So I also have the Spin City Ultimate Hoop Bible that I use when I'm looking for something to transition in and out of a move, routines, things like that, just simple things to put into routines to fill the gaps. So those are kind of my resources and the things that I know and the things that I use. So now I'm going to show you guys my setup. We'll come over here so you can see. I've had my rig now for a little over a year. I specifically went to that Brett Copes workshop before I got this rig because I wanted to know exactly what I was working with in advance. But this rig specifically is from Juggle Gear, and the pulley system that goes with it also from Juggle Gear. I'll bring you guys over so you can see it a little closer. So it's got several feet on it that make it adjustable. They're all hooked together with these clips. It's got tension wires that run between the different legs to hold them in place. And I also have the pulley system, which on this end I have a stable, secure knot on. And on this one over here, On this side I usually have an inline butterfly knot. This is the one that I go to 95% of the time because it works for me and I can raise and lower my apparatuses as I need to and adjust the height. I feel really secure with this one. Like I said, I took a lot of the videos when I was at his workshop, so I know the different knots and can remember them and go back for reference if I need to. My lyra specifically, this one here is a 36 inch. I think all of mine are 36 inches. That's my general size that works for me. This one is from Aerial Essentials. I do have the capability for single and double point lyra moves because I have multiple lyras. So that is my setup. I also have this tumble track mat from Amazon. I am planning on getting another one, maybe a little bit wider in the future, but for now this works for what I need it to and I'm happy with it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll show you some more of my skills and I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks! That one was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I think. I gotta get them both going through both legs though. Here we go. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it going?
Yep.
Okay. That look good? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Your pull-ups look good. I hate doing pull-ups.
Yeah. This way. Pull-ups are so hard. Oh, just a pleasant spring. I don't know what places to do though. Is that a good one?
Yeah.